Hello all. um, so I'm just going to do a video to show you what I do to chill out after a long, tiring day of driving the buses. So just basically, I got up at 6 o'clock, no, 5:30 this morning. It's just been a long day. I only got a few hours sleep last night, totally exhausted, but this is just to show you what I do to chill out. And if you find yourself in a similar sort of situation, then this is just an idea. First of all, I like driving, so I go in my car and I go somewhere nice. And what I've got in mind is a nice cup of tea and a bit of cake down at one of the drive-thrus. So I'm going to make my way down there and get myself a takeaway tea and a slice of lemon cake. The camera I've just basically taped up, so just keeping it. I'm just hoping it doesn't fall about. Yeah, if you're working, well, like the job that I do, I mean, I drive buses, and I've seen myself during my shift thinking, oh, I'm going to do this when I finish my shift, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do all these plans, right? But when it comes to the time when you actually finish and you get home, just forget it. It's not going to work. It's either you're going to be too tired, just can't be bothered doing anything. You'll sit down and you'll not get up again. So I've had that many times. I've sort of like during the day when I do my shift, and I feel alright, and then in saying this is what I've got all these things I'm going to do when I get back home and that. Very seldom does it actually work that way. So it's frustrating really, but it's each to their own. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing things. This is like something that I do and it works. So I just got home and I took the tie off, took my top off and just threw my other one on. And I'm just going to make my way down to the cafe. So just forget about like plans you're going to do. Just let it just go by how you feel. Let go by where the wind takes you, kind of thing. You know. So I just felt like getting out and grabbing a cup of tea, a bit of cake, sit in the car somewhere quiet, and basically enjoy that. Just chill out for a bit. Sure, it's like saying it's a busman's holiday. I drive all day and I get in my car and drive again. But there is a difference. See, driving a bus and driving a car is a big difference. When you're driving a bus, you're up against the clock all the time. Not to mention the obvious, you know. So you're driving a huge vehicle, but when I get in my own car, I get to stop where I want, go where I want. You know, I don't have to stop at bus stops and keep to a timetable, worry about passengers, worry about a vehicle that's about 20 times bigger than your average car. Well, 10 to 15 times anyway. I say I like buses and I like driving. So I don't have problems getting in the car after a long shift and just going somewhere nice to chill out. I mean, sure, you're still going to be in traffic and that, you're still driving, but you know, you can do it at your own rate, at your own leisure. taking these corners nice and slow so this camera doesn't go flying. So I'm making my way into the Starbucks. See, I don't have a preference, any will do. I mean, I just like coffee, that's my favourite drink. But I drink coffee all day, so I'm going to have a nice cup of tea with 2 tea bags, I think, and a slice of whatever they've got, a nice slice of lemon cake or something.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started today?
Hi, could I get a large cup of tea, please? White tea.
A large tea, yeah? Do you want milk and sugar?
Just milk, no sugar.
That's fine. Anything else for you today?
And could I get a slice of that lemon loaf cake as well?
We don't have any lemon loaf today. We've got banana bread, but that's the only loaf cake we've got.
Alright, what cookies have you got?
We've got our chocolate chunk one and we've got our chocolate chunk shortbread.
The chocolate chip cookie, please.
Chocolate chunk cookie. That's fine.
Actually,
Anything
come on,
else?
can I change my mind? Have you got any muffins? Blueberry muffins?
No, we've actually sold out the muffins as well.
Alright, just that short.
The cookie. Right, that's fine.
Yep.
Just want to make your way down, we'll get you there.
Yep, cheers. Sod's law. If your heart's set on a slice of lemon cake and they didn't have it, how typical. But I had a sweet tooth anyway, any will do. Something to go with my cup of tea. Let's gear up a wee bit. Let's. See, at the moment we're not allowed to go into the cafe. We've got no choice but to go to the drive-through. So, not that, I mean, it makes the drive-through busier, but I probably would have went to the drive-through anyway because I'm just too tired, can't be bothered going in. So, as I say, when you've finished shifts like that, just go where your heart takes you, where you feel like going. Don't have any pre-plans because it just won't work. Right. Good. Cheers. Great. Cheers. There is milk in that, yeah?
Yeah, there is,
Brilliant, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers. Love. brilliant, refreshing. So once you get your cup of tea and whatever you go with it, like a cake or a cookie in my case, chocolate chip cookie, then make your way along to somewhere where it's quiet, where there isn't any, well, somewhere where you like, basically. At the moment I want to go somewhere kind of quiet, but at the same time interesting. So I've chose a place of my liking, and that is the Gourdie Industrial Estate, because not only is it quiet and it's on the edge of the city, it's not far from where I stay, and me being a big vehicle enthusiast, buses basically is my main hobby. That's my main, and a bus spotter basically. But I also like lorries as well. I like lorries. I like all modes of transport vehicles and that. Trucks. I mean, I'm passing the Scania place, and I could see the big trucks and that. And I like looking at. I mean, I like learning about them and admire them. I mean, when they had the Ingolston Truck Fest and that, I used to always try and get there. So what I'm going to do is just park somewhere considerate, where it's not going to be blocking anything. I mean, if you've got a trailer up ahead, you don't want to park in front of it, because the tractor unit's got it, right? Just a wee bit of common sense. So once you pick a place quiet, just roll the seat back a wee bit. And cheers to you. So that's what we do after a long day. This is just the starters. I'll be getting myself along to one of the best chippers in the whole world. One of the chippers I really like, and that's the Fifey and the Silvery Tay. You see, the Fifey used to be called the Silvery Tay, but it changed names. It was changed owners, and it was sold out, and they renamed it the Fifey, and it's really good. It was good when it was a Silvery Tay, and it's still just as good. It's still the same cook that runs it. And I really like the food out there, so as I say, after a long day, a tiring day, when you just feel totally knackered, as I say, just forget about plans you had, just forget about it. It's not going to work. You sit down, you're not going to get up again. Okay, it won't happen. It's not like that every time, but a lot of times, too often, that's what it's like. And you just, you sit down, you just can't get back up. So I just sometimes just get in the car and just say, I just chill out with a nice cup of tea and a cookie, somewhere where it's quiet, somewhere I can relax and just unwind basically. And enjoy this. What I'll do is I'll turn this round for a bit. So this is where I've parked. Got Scania and a load of lorries and that are all waiting to get serviced or whatnot. I'll maybe actually go have a wee look at them. Yeah, why not? I'll show you that too. Right, so that's just out the car just for a wee bit. I'm going to have a wee walk round past, just have a wee look at, admire some of these lorries. What I might want to do is get myself off the road and onto some walking the pavement, walking in the middle of the blooming road. So there's a nice walk down that way. That just goes towards Denhead of Grey. It's a path that leads all the way to Denhead of Grey. It's a nice rural sort of path, really nice. So some big rigs here and we get past some. Nice machine, eh? You see it behind me. And that's the other lorries getting serviced and that. And what I'll actually do is I'll just turn this camera around and you'll get to see properly what I'm trying to show you. I've got a cup of tea in this hand and having the camera in that, so I'm going to have to put the tea down and turn it around. Yeah, so there's the unsung heroes. That's what keeps the country alive, keeps the country moving. If it wasn't for the trucks, where would we be? We wouldn't get any groceries or anything, would we? Or how would we do that without trucks? That's tankers and that. So that's Scania, the tractor unit. That's the Suzy lines at the back of the cab there. That's the fifth wheel, that there. And that's the big engine sits under. It's a tilt over cab, that's called. Or a cab over, I think it is. As opposed to the American trucks where they've got the big bonnet on the front. The European trucks tend to have the cab over, I think it's termed as. Flat front, basically a flush front. It's just for length restrictions, etc. I guess. Although there are some Scania models that have the bonnet in the front for Britain. And I think there's a Volvo as well that has the big bonnet. But I'm more familiar with the flush front. You know, the traditional looking trucks that I see every day. I like the American trucks, don't get me wrong, but I'm just more familiar with these European type ones, because that's what I've seen all the time basically. I've grew up with them, so well, I don't work on them, I work on the buses, but that's when I look at lorries and at the truck fest and but this year it'll be, well, this is 2021, so here's hoping there'll be a truck fest this year, and hoping that I'll have my day off my work. I'll put in for some leave for that. I don't know if it lands on my weekend. So that's the box trailer. That's DAF service, DEF for the trucks, DAF trucks. That'll be their servicing station there where they do the work, repairs and that. So I'm going to get myself back in the car because it's just a wee bit breezy. That's it. Right, that's recording again. Okay, so time to go over to Hamish's. Fifey, that's the cook at the Fifey, and he does a good job. He's been doing it for years, so time to make my way over there. Oh. So I chilled out for a wee bit. I've still got a wee bit of tea left. I'll drink that while I make my way over. I'm just making sure this doesn't move around. Okay. So I'm just going to leave the industrial estate now and head for the Tay Bridge. I was kind of hoping that you would get some of the view out of this window, but I haven't quite mastered it yet. This is all kind of experimental with the cameras and that. I mean, I just basically just taped the camera there, but I'm going to have to rig up something better so you can actually see the scenery. Unfortunately, I think at the moment all you're going to get to see is just that wee bit there, which isn't an awful lot. I'm not going to mess around with it while I'm driving. I'm just going to make my way over there anyway. So, yeah. So me and friends have been going over to the Silvery. Well, not the Silver. Originally it was Silvery Day. But the Fifey chipper in Wormit, not Wormit, Tabland, Newport, the Fife chipper at Newport. We've been doing that for about 15 years. 14, 15 years we've been going over after I've been picking my mates up from shopping and going across there for a tea. It's always been really satisfactory food, really delicious. So I can't be bothered cooking anything tonight, so I'm just going to make my way to get a chippy tea, basically. So I can only really just tell you the route I'm heading, and just heading on to, I'm going along Myrekirk and just heading on to the Kingsway, and then I'll go along the Riverside Drive and across the Tay Bridge. I've done a video a few months ago. I stuck cameras on the outside of the car and everything, and the inside as well, also at different various places underneath the car for the mechanical parts, but I'm going to have to start doing that again. Now we're getting into the better weather. But I'm no master at this, this is all just experimental. So you might make out some view there. That path I was talking about runs from Gura Industrial Estate to Den of Head. And it's a nice, relaxing walk. There's Den Head of Grey as well, I think. It's all up the area towards Liff and Fowlis, all that sort of area. And you've got the Swallow Hotel just there on the right. So I'm just deciding what I'm going to get from a tea of Hamish's. I wonder, we'll go for a fish supper. So I had one of them not long ago, so I'm still deciding what I should go for. I don't know. See, I would play music, but I can't play music in the car at the moment while I'm recording for anything that's going to go online, because the music that I'm playing is it's copyright music, so I can't play that, unfortunately. But I could add music to the video once I've made it using my own music apps, copyright free music apps. I could do that later, maybe. It's been a funny type weather, actually. It was really sunny earlier today, and then it started to cloud over. It started to cloud up quite a lot, and now it's kind of like lightening up a wee bit. But when it was clouded over, it wasn't just clouded over, it was actually getting dark as well, which is quite unusual, because it was like the sun. It was like the sun was dimming, you know. We're just not far from the Dundee Airport. Just got a wee bit to go here. That's where the skips are, down that way. So you come to the circle here and you just turn down. You've got the recycling centre down there. Riverside Recycling Centre. passing that Riverside Inn on the right there. This road, Riverside Drive, was parallel with the railway line. The railway line's on the left. And that's Dundee Airport. Just passing that now. So we've done a flying lesson. I had a couple of flying lessons. First one was in 1999. It was quite enjoyed it actually. I had a second one. Was it maybe 2 or 3 actually. In 2012. I had another one in 2020. I'll tell you one thing though, the temperature fluctuates a lot. I mean it was up early and it was really bright and sunny, but it was cold. Then it started to warm up in the later part of the morning. And then it started to cloud over. It get quite cold again. And now it's sort of brightening up, but it's still cold. You know. This is coming into April. Yeah. Yesterday night, the snowplows were sanding, they were spreading the roads with the salt. This is like late March. That's a Tay rail bridge we come up to from the right. Nice view of the Tay Road Bridge as well from here. So it's just like heading along Riverside Drive, River Tay on the right, and Newport. That's where we're headed, to the Fife Chipper at Newport. Or as we call them, Habishes, because we know them by name now. We're a well-known customer for many years. I'm going to have to get some sort of proper camera stand, so I've been planning on doing videos and showing you where I'm going and showing you the scenery. I'm going to have to get like a proper setup where I can get the camcorder to point. You know, you can see me, hear what I'm saying, and also one pointing out towards the scenery as well. Coming into the Dundee's waterfront, passing the railway station on the left, but you won't see it unfortunately because the camera won't point it. You can get Discovery Point, new V&A, Dundee's new V&A Discovery ship. It says Discovery. And I've still got that big block. It's like a big office block. It just sits opposite the V&A, but it's been empty for a long time. It was completed, but it's been, must be a good 2 years. It's just sort of sat derelict. Well, not derelict, but it's sat idle, empty. It's brand new, but it's just not been used. So it's a big block that's opposite the V&A, and also opposite the new, or the refaced Dundee rail station. You might get a view of it there actually on the right. It's that block there that's been empty for a long time. So we're passing the Celessa Gardens on the right. That's quite a nice place to chill out on the break. So when I finish the first half on the buses, make my way down if I've got the time, weather pending of course, make my way down to Slessor Gardens and have my break down there. So we're just coming onto the Tay Road Bridge. Sometimes you've got to watch with the road bridge if it's windy. You know, if you're driving a double decker bus going across here, if you're making a route planning on coming back by it, well, you could maybe get across okay, but then if the wind starts to pick up, you could be stuck across in wherever ending you're going. If it's closed for high-sided vehicles. That's like an issue with this bridge because it's just completely exposed to the wind both sides. You know. It's not so bad on a single decker, but it's just the high-sided vehicles get it like. And then they tend to reduce the speed limit for all vehicles down to about 30. I mean, it's a bit breezy, but it's not. Today it's, but just now it's a bit breezy, but it's not reduced to 30. It's not really good. It's not a real problem at the moment. It's a bit frustrating actually because I was hoping that I could get. I don't know ahead of time, but I would like to maybe show you the scenery. I'll rig something up later. A later date where I could rig the camera up to give you a view of what's, you know, where I'm heading in the car. So we're just coming into Fife now. Get a nice view of Dundee from Fife. Get a nice view of the Loch Allen. It's quite nice at night when it's all lit up. You can see all. Sometimes on a really calm night, you could see the lights reflecting off the River Tay. The Dundee lights reflecting off the River Tay, and it's quite impressive actually. It's really spectacular. I took a few pictures of that. So I'm just heading into Newport now. Just going along the main drive. Heading for the best chipper in Scotland, in my opinion, and then probably quite a lot of others as well. All the chippers I've been to anyway, this is like one of the best, you know. It's like that with my local chipper, the Silvery Tay up in Meares Hill. That's where I stay, and in my opinion they're just as good. I know people that would say that it isn't. Those that know me will know who I'm talking about. But I mean, it's my local, so I like it. They're both just as good, and Hamish is on as well, so I can see him working away there. So that's tapped here. Right, I'll just stop this a minute. Right, so that's is a Newport now, and it's quite a nice wee place to visit. Best chipper, one of the best. And that's the Fyfie chipper. Just where I get my tea. So I'm just going to get myself along to the chipper for my tea, the Fyfie. Right, so I got myself a fish supper, and I'm going away to make my way along to one of the laybys just before Tayport to sit and enjoy eating it, and a nice view to go with it. Okay, I'll show you when I get there. So this is the lay-by that I've stopped at to sit in the car and have my fish supper. River Tay, and that's Dundee on the background there. That's looking out towards Broughty Ferry and Monifieth, etc. Canusty, that's the east coast. That hill in the background there, that's Craigaville, one with the masts on it. You might not see it on the camera, unfortunately. You've got Achterhouse Hill, Dundee Law, Balgay Hill. Let's see if we could just make out Kingseed. These are all these hills on the horizon, on the back horizon, are part of the Sidlaw Hill Range. And you've got the Tay-rail Bridge and the Tay-rail Bridge further up. You won't be able to make that the rail bridge out, but you can see the road bridge. And the lay-by is just basically a stone throw from Tayport. So you're just coming off from the Newport and just heading along towards this road which takes you into Tayport. So you're just a couple of miles down the road and you'll be in Tayport. But this lay-by is just short of Tayport. Right, so it's time to get stuck in to this lovely fish supper. Oh, I can't wait. I've not got anything to eat since about, what time? Well, you saw I was eating that cookie earlier on, so, but prior to that I hadn't had anything to eat since, must have been about 9 o'clock this morning, and this is now 7:15 at night, so I'm really looking forward to this. Oh. Yummy. So it's a great way to end a busy day. I mean, okay, obviously not every viewer is going to have a car. But what I was trying to suggest is that if you have a busy day, just at the end of it, just chill out, do something that isn't planned. Away from it all, just, if it's practical obviously, just go where you feel like going, within reason, and just go where the wind takes you, as the saying goes. Don't try and plan too much, because it'll just stress you out even more. Well, it does really help. Only giving advice what works for me, and hopefully it'll help someone else. find himself in the summer, we get totally just need to unwind. It's just simple things like this, you know, just zoning out, and something with nice view and just take time out kind of thing, yeah. Anyway, see if I can show you. Yummy! It's a good chip of that. Right, I'm going to get this camera all covered in grease, so I'm going to have to just end video here. So thanks for watching. Once I've had my tea here, I'll just be driving back home, and I'll just put my feet up, put on any DVD. What I sometimes do is just, instead of thinking what I'm going to go for, I'll just close my eyes and just pick one from the collection and say, right, well, I've got that, I'll just stick that on, sit back and just unwind, and that works sometimes. Okay, right, so thanks for tagging along. Okay now, see you later, bye.